is Content is King.
Do it as a news reporter.
Oh, I actually do want to do that challenge where it's like, welcome back to Podcast is King. That sounds very much like an announcer or a Siri. I could be a Siri. I think I'd be a great crack a Siri. Or do you know when you're in the car?
What's the challenge? Did you have to sound like a news?
Do you know where it's like like talk about mundane things as a news reporter? It's a challenge on TikTok. So it's like, welcome to MGFDHQ. In the corner, you will see a chair.
So you're going to tours. You're going to like, it's be like, good
I know
evening, welcome back to Content is King. You have to end on the high, the king.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely need to like channel that because I worked in Tesco, I have like an announcer voice where it's like, attention please customers, the time is now 8:45 and this store is closing in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Muriel Foley back with the pink cup.
And the pink glass.
So I think we kill that. Let's do it on the TikTok. So, you're recording. I didn't even see you recording.
I'm recording this whole time. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's happening.
If you want me for your news reporter, hit me up.
I just slurped my coffee really loudly alongside the microphone. So apologies if you heard that bit of ASMR.
They love it. Look.
You love it.
I'm showing you.
Oh yeah, I promise to be there. I love that.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola. I'm drinking a can of Coke Zero. I'm on a diet. Open to be better. #.com.
I'm going to let you chat away there for a sec because I'm going to plug in my headphones so I don't hear the rain that's cascading.
Welcome back to this week's episode of Content is King. Thank you, Mira. I appreciate that. Welcome back to this week's episode. Plenty of stuff, plenty of headlines coming your way. We have headlines. We'll have a Room 101. We have some accounts to follow. Hope your week is going good. We have got a good few people sent in for the Pro Bono. We appreciate that. I think it was like 15 people got in touch. So y'all's gonna get Pro Bono'd. That sounds dirty. Sorry. My bad. Horrible. Yeah, my bad. But no, busy week in the marketing world, wasn't it?
Yes, lots happening. A lot of like good things happening. I think like a lot of platforms, and I know we're going to talk about two in particular, are moving into the educational space, which is good because I think there's so much happening and people are feeling a huge overwhelm of information and a huge kind of lack of knowledge of how to use things and how to utilize them properly. So I love this movement into like educational hubs and like portals and basically telling people how to use their platforms.
That's the lecture in you, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like you can literally give a man a fish and feed him for a day or teach a man to fish and feed him for life. Like that's like you can literally get someone to create one TikTok post for you and you're like, amazing. And then you're like, but I don't understand how that was done. So
exactly. Yeah.
Screwed.
Before we jump into anything, I want to thank Eric DeVurst. I think I could be pronouncing that. I could be butchering his names and I apologize if I am. Eric DeVurst gave us, he bought us some coffee on Buy Me a Coffee. He bought us 5 cups of coffee. Eric, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks,
Eric.
Thank
you for listening. Guys, if you do want to buy us a coffee, click the link in the bio.
Thank you. We really do appreciate it. And I can't wait to like actually start buying coffees from places.
But we had a conversation. We had a conversation before in live. These people who are buying this literally is paying for our SoundCloud. The monthly subscription to SoundCloud. That's so we can put this out. So we do thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the support.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it, to be fair.
You can get a coffee in your pink cup.
I know.
You best have that with you walking around.
It's become my signature cup. IRL, because right now isn't IRL like
IRL. But it's not. This isn't real life, to be fair. No, come on.
It is. It's so weird. Like, do you ever just stop and go, wait a second?
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's like, remember that movie that YouTube video where it's like David from the dentist and he's like, is this real life? And he's just like completely, that's what lockdown feels like.
Only David Dobrik fans would know what you mean by that.
They don't. Why would they?
Because it's David Dobrik. Is that what you're talking about?
That's not David Dobrik in the video.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, he's like way older than that kid. I know that video's old, but like...
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Lols.
It's okay. We just had a temporary glitch there in Jay's brain.
I miss David Dobrik's vlogs. That's what that is.
Otherwise, he grew up real fast.
Yeah, real fast.
Yeah.
Let's jump into headlines, girl. I saw you
Yes.
freak out over TikTok length.
Okay, so we talked about this a couple of weeks back that the video length in TikTok was going to be increased, right? And
Triple.
it hasn't rolled out to every account, right? So certain creators have gotten it. And the ones that I've seen are basically accounts that have like hundreds of thousands of followers or over 1 million followers. And the first time I saw one, I was watching it and I was like, this feels, you know, the way a minute long video, sometimes you're like, whoa, they packed a lot into that minute. It didn't feel like it was 60 seconds. But this one felt like it was 5 years long. And I was like, is this weird loop that seems different every time you see it? But it was a 4 minute and I think 21 second
4 minutes. I thought it was just 3 minutes.
4 minutes. No, it goes up to 6.
Oh,
so
wow,
like
that's too long.
it was so long and it got boring then because like
Yeah.
I have this short attention span anyway when it comes to content on TikTok, that if after like a few seconds it's not doing anything, I'm like, and I'm gone. But this one, I don't know, it held my attention for a while. And I think it was developed so that it would, and then it would hook you and then keep you. And then hopefully you'll last until like the very end of it. But
Yeah.
I was
The hook
so
didn't get you.
interested. Not really. I mean, it was like this laundrette where the owner of the laundrette like was taking all the coins out of all the washing machines.
Oh,
and
yeah, I
counting.
know him. I like him.
Yeah, the investor
Yeah,
guy.
I like him. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
him.
his stuff is interesting, but it just was interesting at the start, and then he like literally counted all of the money in the
Yeah, no,
TikTok.
cut
But
it
it
up
got
like.
boring. It got boring, and
That's
then
the
I was
exact
like,
one I watched. That's the exact one I watched. I
yeah,
was so weird. I was like, what one did I watch? It's so long as that one. I was like, this is going on forever. What's going on?
yeah,
I didn't
and
time it
like,
though.
but it's the commentary. I went straight into the comment section because there was hundreds of comments in there, you know, and I was like, I want to get a good feel now for what people think of this, because this might be their first time seeing long form content as well. And now it was a mixture, right? But like everyone was just saying, what is this? Like, because people obviously who don't work in digital marketing or look up news or whatever were probably like, is this a glitch in the matrix? Like, how did somebody get a longer form video? So people were complaining that it was too long, that it was boring, and other people were like, oh, this is cool. And then some comments were saying like, wait, this isn't YouTube, like this doesn't belong here or whatever. So
Yeah, it's a fair point.
yeah, like
6 minutes is a long time.
yeah, but 4.2 minutes or whatever felt like an eternity when I was looking at these quarters being counted. I was like, come on.
I saw another one. There's a guy.
Speed up.
There's a guy I follow. He's a gorgeous bastard. He's like a caveman kind of thing. Big, rugged, white hair, white beard, and he builds stuff from utter scratch. And he was building like a fort in the wilderness, and it was like in the middle of the snow. But it was like 3 minutes long, and I was just all in.
Well,
You're
you
just
see,
watching. I mean,
that's it. And like, I get it. If so, I think who will do well on this is people who are like, who have a YouTube channel, who know long form, but who also know short form. And whoever can find that lovely mix of like
right in the middle, that sweet spot.
marrying the two, like knowing that you'll have their attention, because if you have a good following on TikTok anyway, people are watching your videos. But it's just, how do you get them beyond that minute? Because TikTok are obviously going to start pushing longer videos now in our For You pages, so that creators get that bit more space and pushing long form content. Because obviously they're like, we need to be the next YouTube for younger people. And yeah.
Even if we turn this on ourselves,
Yeah.
this could be handy for us, where it's a section of the podcast of 6 minutes conversation about TikTok videos. Like, we've been talking for 6 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
when it comes to
definitely.
that, it could be interesting, you know?
Exactly. I mean, it's kind of like IGTV. I mean, IGTV has at the start was horrendous because everyone was like, what is this? Like, boring. I don't want to watch videos longer than a minute on Instagram. And then it kind of took off. And I think now there's a place for it on Instagram. It wouldn't be its bread and butter, but it's there and it's, you know, it's useful for people. And I think like it's probably this idea of potentially converting some lives into longer form TikTok videos as well, which more than likely is the case that they will mimic that. But it will be good because I know obviously for things like this, it's hard to condense things like this down into a minute, and it's even harder to put it into a reel of 30 seconds. Fair play to you for doing that. But it's another content challenge, isn't it? To try and find that sweet spot between too long and way too short.
YouTube Shorts, just stop, please. Stop everything. Stop what you're doing. Continue with YouTube in the way you're going, but just stop doing YouTube Shorts. Thanks a million.
Thanks very much.
Thanks a million.
QED.
Bye, 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 bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
Facebook News is being rolled out in the UK this week. Do you care? Is it a big deal?
Can we talk about this a sec though? You remember when remember a few months ago I was talking about that Australian news channel that was basically saying that they're going to take off any publishers that don't agree to something, but it was like removing news from removing like basically like the Examiner equivalent of the Australian news. And remember back then, I think you were even saying like maybe they're creating their own news section because that's the thing. They're trying to kick out, like, I suppose they're trying to not control the news, but they're just like, I get it. There's so much fake news out there and there's so many articles claiming things and like basically messing with people's heads. And I think with this whole pandemic, it's like Facebook are probably like spiraling because they're like, we can't control fake news anymore because there's so much of it there that what if they just actually, now it's really bad news if you're a publisher because you depend on social referrals. So are Facebook going to kick people out? Are they going to kick publishers out? Because that's a massive move.
It is. But this is it. So I think, was it they were only signing with agreed partners or something? People who are agreeing to their, what was it again?
It was that they could own their audiences, wasn't it, or something?
Something like that, wasn't it? It was
something,
I can't remember what it was. Yeah. But like this is to do as well with the likes of what happened with Reddit. Did you see this whole thing with GameStop?
No.
So there's a subreddit called Wall Street Buyers or something. And I'm going to butcher this. And if you know stocks, I apologize profusely. But what it is hedge companies come in, they bet on low performing shares. So when that fails, they buy them up quickly and they make a bunch of money. I think that's the way it works. That's loosely what's happened. The internet, Reddit has said, fuck that. We're not letting that happen. So it was GameStop, the video game shop. They were like, we're not letting this happen to GameStop. Everyone go buy GameStop stocks on Reddit. Over like thousands and thousands. I even bought stock in GameStop. And it went up, if I'm not mistaken, 390%. It's gone up. Wow. No, excuse me, 1,382%. So a stock was €6. It's now 370. Wow. So what that means is that the hedge funds have to buy back the shared stock at the price it is at the moment. So what's actually doing is it's bankrupted several hedge funds where they've had to be bailed out by the American government. And now there's a massive investigation by the FBI into stocks manipulation and stuff. But all it is a bunch of people saying, this is what the hedge funds are doing. We're just doing it ourselves. Yeah. On a subreddit. It's just insane.
But that's the power of social media though. Like if you have a message or if you have something that's so strong, like literally, like, and I know we talked about the power of social media and you had mentioned like a story before about it too, but like there was a TikTok there recently of a woman whose house was burning down while herself and her family were inside it, and her doorbell video was recording the whole thing.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah, they were all asleep, and their neighbor just like bangs on the door, and she's like, "Get out! Get out! Get out! Your house is on fire!" And like there's like kids and the parents, and obviously the place is like burning. Like, you can see the fire in the video, and the neighbor like gets them all out of the house, and like amazing neighbor, like legend. She's like, "Go to my house, quick, quick, quick!" And like literally walks into his house and grabs them all out. But that video went viral on TikTok, and they're after getting like hundreds of thousands of dollars in like literally 24 hours since their house burned down, because they put up the video being like, you know, just obviously just thanking their neighbor, but like I suppose driving awareness as well that this can happen. But they lost, like, all their home was completely like burned to a crisp, and they raised hundreds of thousands through like donation links because of the fact that their video went viral, and people just literally were like, how can I help? Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is class, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Super interesting, because we did call it broke here first that Facebook were launching their own news section. You said it yourself. And
I love it when we predict things and they happen, we're like, yes, and we have proof. It's in a podcast.
Look, I think it would be interesting to see where it goes. If they
Excuse me,
control
yeah.
the narrative, then fuck that. If they don't, and they're completely biased and they're happy and are unbiased, excuse me, and
Mm.
it's we're hearing the proper stuff, then
Yeah, I would say, as you said, like they won't be able to hire news teams all over the world, but like that, they'll do it through partnerships with approved partners. So I would say any legitimate news source who's out there right now who depends on social referrals will be fine because you have to still create that news. But I feel like it will be channeled through like this Facebook news section that will be just the approved legitimate news publishing sources
mhm,
versus these kind of like almost meme accounts that are
yeah,
just publishing news that don't really do anything. Like
yeah,
they're clickbait.
yeah. Talk to me about the new Instagram dashboard. I have yet to
So
get it. Do you have it?
yeah, well, if you're a creator account, it just says resources. But if you're a business account, you'll see it. There's a dashboard there. And it's basically, it's kind of like a blog style guide to how to
Hmm.
run like TikTok or Instagram, how to do reels, like all the bits. And it just has the news in there. So it's kind of like, it gives you your analytics similar to your insights, but it kind of just provides them over a longer period. But
And where am
it's
I
like,
finding it?
if you go onto your Instagram account and go to your profile, like visit your
Yeah.
profile, and then at the very top, you see the way it says view professional dashboard and it's
Didn't even
linked.
see it, broski.
Yeah.
Here I am bitching and moaning I didn't have it, and there it was the whole time.
The whole time. But
It's
it's
like my
good.
wife.
And you know what? Like, I know that there's a lot to read and a lot to learn, but the fact that they're just doing as much as they now there is the Instagram blog which like nobody ever reads and it's full of amazing
Yeah.
information in there and it's coming from the source. So if they're saying it's best practice, it best practices.
Hmm.
And yeah, just
Do you follow him, the CEO? Said his name. What's his name again?
I remember. And no, I don't.
It's good. He does weekly videos of updates and stuff.
Grand.
His
Like
name
that.
is
I just follow the
Kevin.
Instagram blog.
Yeah, Kevin Systrom. If you follow, I think it's at Kevin. It's like the best handle ever. It's like at
Oh
Jack
yeah,
on
sure. He
Twitter.
was the first person to post on Instagram, wasn't he?
Yeah.
First ever
Um.
post.
Oh no, am I right? Am I saying that? I think he does weekly videos.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. It's someone else.
Okay.
It's the CMO of Instagram does weekly videos of the updates and the headlines and stuff. So it's worth
Great.
checking him out. I can't think of his name. Sorry, guys.
I will Google it.
Yeah,
Google it,
Google it.
everyone.
Google it. What are you talking about? Google it.
Google, just Google it.
Just Google it.
Yeah, so I'm loving like that's the thing about the educational like updates. Loving the fact that TikTok and Instagram are doing that because I think people just need that bit of extra help to create.
Hmm. And the TikTok creator portal, sexy
Sorry,
out.
yes. Yes, I love that. Now I got
It
more
is
excited
sexy.
about that, you see, because their content like they have a whole section on content creation and they
Hmm.
just like I haven't had time to go through every single thing that's in it because it's so vast.
Yeah.
But it's just really good to like just get a bit of inspiration, get inspired, like get some content ideas flowing, see like what other people are doing. Because with TikTok and any channel, you don't have to reinvent the wheel or think of something completely unique, but be inspired by other content. Don't copy it, obviously, but be inspired by it and then put your own spin on it as your business. And that's really like, that's how you succeed is just putting your own spin on things. Otherwise, like you
Even
don't
yeah.
want to look at an account who's nothing like you and kind of copy their style and then realize it doesn't work for your business.
But even jumping on a trend as a business, it works if it's done properly. We've talked about this
Yeah.
in the past. If it's done
Yes.
properly in the past, if it's done properly, it can work.
Yeah.
I've seen a few businesses it worked with. Pure example, I put it up on our story. I don't know if you saw it. Was jumping on a trend was IKEA with
Oh,
the
the
Bernie
Bernie.
Sanders.
Yeah. Loads of people
Or like,
jumped like the memes that day. Did you see
yeah,
Twitter?
I
That
did.
the Bernie memes were like the best from the
Yeah,
inauguration, like
they were
by
class.
far. Yeah.
But I saw like local pubs here doing it, where he's sitting outside waiting for them to open, or
Yeah.
chippers in Cork, and like it just people did
Yeah.
it right. They just literally, it was simple. Just put them outside. It was
Yeah.
so good.
That's
Uh,
it. And that's all you need is just to hop on that. And like obviously, for challenges on TikTok, if something fits, do it like.
Yeah, and literally Google TikTok Creators Portal. It's a whole website there for you guys.
Yep.
They specialize in getting started on TikTok, TikTok Creators Essentials, foundations for success, TikTok content strategies, community guidelines and safety, and getting paid to create. So it's all free. It's all there to be
Yeah.
read. It's all there to be learned. So get learned, people.
Yeah. Just a heads up, I suppose, about the creator fund is that there is whispers around TikTok that if you sign up to the creator fund, your videos will may potentially be shown to less people too,
Oh, really?
because they have to pay you. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, look, is fine. Might
Yeah.
drive you. Might drive you.
Well, for younger people, it's the same as Snapchat Spotlight, where they're literally giving people money to create content on that
Mm.
platform. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. I do. Good.
There's something new every day, isn't there?
Oh, it's everlasting, isn't it, in this world that we're in?
Yeah.
What other headlines do I have for you today? But that was it. That's it
They're the
for me,
main, I
anyway.
think they're the main ones. Like,
Of news and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, like I feel like Facebook is slowly moving into this new space and like trying to create a space for itself, because I think it's losing itself.
Mm-hmm.
So being more organized, like having a news section, maybe that will set it apart from everything else, because right now it's kind of like a dump of all of these various content pieces from everywhere else. And like a lot of people are just moving to having Facebook as their placement platform.
Okay.
So, it's just there as like, I'm just going to post a content on it, so it's appearing there. But then I know some people who are absolutely smashing it with their Facebook more than their Instagram.
Yeah,
So it's anyone's game. It's just
it is.
literally,
It's
it's
just
just
it
the
comes down to
platform's not great.
content. It comes down to content.
Yeah. And knowing your audience and knowing what people like to see on different channels and so on. But I just think that Facebook's interface is clunky on desktop. It's getting there on mobile, but it needs an actual, and it needs a massive update.
Hmm. Interesting news from the high streets. Did you see Boohoo has bought the Debenhams?
In Cork,
No, just Boohoo has bought.
the Debenhams
So
brand.
online fashion retailer Boohoo bought Debenhams from administrators for 55 million. Is buying
Get
a brand
out.
with history and tradition. So I don't know. I can't see if they actually get the properties as well, but like they're getting
Well,
House of
Boohoo is
Fraser. Like,
an online retailer, like, so
yeah. So it's interesting to see. I don't think they're going to brick and mortar. I
I
can't
doubt
see them
it.
just
Ah, no,
jumping
no,
in.
definitely
But
not.
maybe, are they trying to get like they? So the article I saw is Boohoo eyes new customer base with Debenhams deal. Like, is that a way of working that you acquire someone else's audience? That you come in like there's so
Well,
much people. So many people got burned. Sorry to cut you off. So many people got
mm,
burned staff wise, and people know about that now in the news that the staff were really effed over. Why did I just say fucked over? They were fucked over. um, is this is this good for Boohoo's brand to be buying into this kind of thing?
is it good for Debenhams brand to be associated with Boohoo? Like,
Well,
I
Debenhams has
think,
gone anyway, so
well, I know that, but I'm just that. Well, they were trading online, weren't they? They were
I
still
don't
trading
know.
online,
Were they?
but I think the like Boohoo brand is still like, because of all the controversy that happened last year with like the fact that they weren't ethically sourcing their materials, and like there was
Okay.
kind of, yeah, just like terrible news about them and kind of fast fashion. Whereas I feel like Debenhams isn't necessarily, I wouldn't have put it in the same realm as the likes of Boohoo.
No, because it had big names. It had House of Fraser. It had um what are their bloody well names here? Who am I looking at?
But it had
All
quiz and
those
it, yeah, it had
exactly.
like Miss Selfridge and those bits.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
all those kind of
Yeah.
Mantaray, all these kind of people. So I think they're just happy to get the deal.
Maybe. And look, maybe Boohoo's marketing team will put a bit of life into those brands as well, because like they are
Yeah,
a certain, I mean, those brands are typically brick and mortar with a side of online. So it'll
yeah.
be interesting to see how they actually market them.
Do you think they'll break it down and just take audiences, or do you think they'll actually try and build the brand up again from Debenhams?
I don't know.
Debenhams has a
Hmm.
strong brand equity, particularly among over 55s,
Yeah.
skying Horley customer satisfaction and quality perception.
I wouldn't say that they will absorb the audiences from Debenhams, because Boohoo's audience are not Debenhams audiences
Yeah,
typically.
it's random. It'd be
Mm.
interesting. Keep an eye. Watch out,
Yeah.
people. Watch out.
Yep.
It says Boohoo will need to work some magic with the Debenhams proposition online to ensure premium beauty experience offer a competitive advantage to beauty labels in the digital space. So maybe there's moving everything online.
Maybe, yeah.
There you go. Breaking news, folks. Thanks a million. Bye, 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 bye. Um, I love that. I have to get you that jumper.
Bye, 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 bye.
No, the bye.
Oh, bye. Yes, please.
Bye. Yes, please. We are going to do pro bono, or we do
Yeah. Yeah, let's do pro bono. Pro bo. No.
bono. So we put it out there. I think it was 15 people or 16 people got in touch, which is great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
To cover this season's pro bonos anyway.
True that.
We've picked Shane Line Media. Shane is a videographer and photographer based in the south of Ireland in Cork City. Linemedia.com, LYNEMEDIA, can't spell.com. Shane Line Media. Shane's a nice fella. I know him. I've met him a few times briefly. He's a young gun. A young gun. I love that term, young gun. His stuff is class. And it's been very interesting because I kind of knew him coming to terms, it must have been near the end of Hook, so 2 or 3 years ago. He kind of came on the scene learning. He was with the Digi guys who are now Play Creative.
Yeah. I knew I recognized his name,
yeah. So I think he still works them. I'm not too sure. I could be lying there. I don't know.
You could be lying.
There. I could be lying. Damn. So we're looking at Shane's Instagram if you want to have a look with us. So it's SHANELYNE media on Instagram. Giving all follow, support, and all that kind of stuff. So Shane, I see in the last, I saw you have a logo. But I like the idea of your image as the profile. I do like that, kind of use you as the personal brand more than do the Peter McKinnon kind of style where it's you more than your brand per se. You're the brand, if that makes sense. You have a video here, who you are with the launch of a new website. I put together a show reel of some stuff. Looks great. Image looks great. I see the call to action is the website. Website is clean. If this is, I'm guessing this is to get people to work with you. I'm guessing that's what the whole thing is. I would be trying to get more call to actions, like on the website. I'd be every scroll I should be able to see contact us now. Contact. Do you know what I mean? On the agency website, I have that was the main thing. I did a webinar and he said any part of the website someone stops on, there should be a contact us or something like this where it kind of go to. I think Shane as well, what could work well for you is really stylized for your Instagram and Facebook, stylized my mind has gone blank, Muriel.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Stylized tiles on your feed of feedback from people. Like this is that in that game. I've been in that game for long enough years in the video game. People literally take other people's word for you. Oh, you know Shane, he's a good guy, he does a great job. Oh, Jay's good, he'll look after you. So if you can have a few referrals or just literally one-liners from people, you don't even have to credit them. You can credit them in the caption below, where it's just Shane's a great work, and just have it really nice and stylized looking that just fits with your with the feed. Dude, you've traveled the world. It's class.
Yeah, I'm lost in his Instagram.
It's good, isn't it?
He's so talented. Much so that I was listening to what you're saying, but I wasn't listening to what you were saying. So
let's see. You're go there, Muriel. Let's see what you have to say.
Okay, so I think
branded,
because
branded highlights.
Well, I always say branded highlights because they just make such a difference to a page anyway. So I will always go with branded highlights. If you don't have them, I will call you out. I think I do think that I know when it comes to like having an agency, if you're planning on hiring or having more than one person, you're better off having your logo as your actual picture. But because people like he is who he is, he's a one-man band right now by the looks of it. It's better to have your face there because you are the face of the business. So it is personal branding and pushing that. So I would definitely keep your logo like that. If you did want to incorporate the blue circle, you could always use that as the outer frame of your picture and have you inside so that you are using a nod to your branding in your profile picture. I absolutely love, so he posted a carousel album on the 20th of January. And if you swipe through from the house, I love how you've created a grid effect and a carousel swipe effect with one image. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. With Yeah, so it's on the 20th of January where like if you swipe past the house, like I think doing more like that, but making it really obvious. So like I feel like the work that you put into creating that carousel is kind of not wasted, but it's kind
Lost.
of like lost. Exactly. Like if I knew, like if I saw something like we'll say that first picture and it would almost look incomplete on your feed, but it would make me click on it or tap on it to be like, what is he doing here? And then swiping to see that, oh, you're creating like a really nice kind of grid of photos that you've done. So I'd put a bit more emphasis on the fact that you've done that. I see you've done some reels, which is great, but I can notice that from looking at the numbers of views on it that you probably don't post them to your actual feed. You probably put them straight into reels, but I would suggest putting them in your feed. And if you don't like the look of them visually on your feed or on your grid, then remove them from your profile grid using the top three buttons on the grid and just saying remove from profile grid. They'll still live in your reels, but they will appear on people's feeds. So that'll increase the reach of your reels.
I think Shane should be able to get a cover image easy enough, though.
Exactly. Yeah, you can create your own cover for the reel as well, of course. I'm just saying, like, because a lot of people when they create their reels, they're like, I don't like how it looks on my feed,
I
or
know, I
they
know.
don't have time to create a cover for it. But you can remove it from your profile grid, but post it into your feed because it really does help push the reach on it so that it can actually reach the explore page. But
Mhm.
overall, like it looks like visually, I don't think you need any like branded tiles as much. I know you had kind of suggested to do a few, but the beauty is in the pictures. So showcasing that is your talent is great. There's a lot more photography in here than there is video. And clearly, if you're looking for a market that's either in auto or travel, you're going to attract it. But if you want to work with any other brands, you need to incorporate um, a little bit more of a variety of either product imagery or like whatever industry you want to attract,
Yeah,
create
good
content for
move. Yeah,
it.
good call.
Cool.
You did he did like a mockery shoot of the Coco Rice from
Yeah, I saw
Aldi or
that.
Lidl. It was class.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
end product was really cool. That kind of
Mm,
stuff. She put that out there. Kind of people love seeing that kind of stuff. They love
yeah.
being quick. You know, like there's a fascinating video. You ever see it on? It's very short. It's how food photography shot, where like
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
with the pancakes is actually motor oil. It's not syrup, and that's
Yeah.
the whole
And
thing. It's like
milk
class.
is glue, is the
Yeah,
white glue from school.
yeah, and there's a bowl inside the soup holding something up on top of it.
Yeah.
It's just it's
Yeah.
class. But people love that kind of behind the scenes, Shane. If you could do more of that, like that's your biggest hit on your reels, as you can see.
Yeah.
Um, Even if you do a series of them on the website or whatever it is, but just on the website, we don't tend to judge websites a bit more, but have your content. If you do want to work, I know your work is there, but it's a trek for me to try and contact you about me
Mm.
services, and then I have to go. So it's about 7 clicks for me to be able to just reach out to you. Um,
He's smashing it on TikTok though. I just followed you on TikTok there. He's got 31.6K followers.
we'll just shut up, so we.
Like, what are you doing to us, Shane? You already know what you're doing.
You're effing with us, brah. What? Shane.
Shane. So it's Shane Lyne1.
Got him.
Yeah. So
Shane.
clearly he had a couple of viral ones because he's got like thousands, hundreds of thousands of
Watches.
likes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So in this scenario, he's doing everything we just said on his TikTok and keeping the Instagram as a beautiful kind of feed.
Well, he's just it looks like you're being a lot more loose on TikTok, which is good because you're just experimenting with content creation and various things. And I feel like people see TikTok. I do anyway. I see TikTok like because I have a personal and a professional one, but the one that I do for like just having a bit of crack, like that's just me being like doing whatever on TikTok. And then my Instagram is like a bit different, and I don't share all of my TikToks. Now I haven't created a lot in a while, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't share all of my TikToks on Instagram because I'm like, it's not the same brand. I'm
Yeah.
building a different brand over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I can see that he's loosening up a lot on TikTok. But all of that is content creation practice that you can show clients if you're like, I understand TikTok. This is my TikTok account. And I understand this and that and the other. And I know what this demographic is like because I use that myself. And I think having that would be great for him too. So, yeah.
Yeah. I know he does. He's on shoot with Avis Ireland, the different car companies and stuff. So
Yeah.
a few more sexy videos like that would love to see as well.
Yes.
Yes, bro. Thank you for submitting, Shane. Hope that helped.
Mhm.
Your room 101, lady face.
You go first.
So I am somewhat of a food lover.
Mm-hmm.
I love food. I'm always cooking. I'm always baking. I'm always doing stuff at home.
Yep.
Marketing is amazing. I love it. It's my life at the moment and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But marketeers ruin everything. We ruin everything because if I go to do a recipe or look for a recipe on any website, Muriel Foley, my God, some websites just don't have the recipe there for you. You have to scroll and scroll
Mm.
and scroll, and there's ads and videos and ads and videos. And I'm like, where is the fucking recipe? Just give me a jump to recipe button. That's all I want. So I'm guessing that's like it's just the programmatic advertising, the ad rolls, this kind of stuff. That's just lobbing stuff into you, content wise, in your face. And you're like, God.
Mm-hmm.
But look, who am I to judge? Just give me the goddamn recipe. I want to make my oat banana bread.
Ooh. Oat
That's
banana bread.
that's my room 101. Programmatic
Okay.
advertising is annoying sometimes.
My room 101 is I've been thinking about this for quite some time, but it's very easy for me to find things that bug me online. Um, my main one at the minute, because I'm seeing it everywhere, especially on TikTok, is like influencers that are like 3 signs that you have depression, or 3 ways to deal with anxiety.
Anxiety. Yeah, I saw it. My wife
And
pointed this out the last day, saying, "What the fuck are they talking about?" Like,
exactly. And it's like you have the professionals, like the actual mental health, like professionals who are struggling to get any views on TikTok. And it's coming from a place of education. Like, I feel like this anyway, when people who know nothing about an industry become thought leaders and like try and express, like, this is how you do this, and here's how you can do that. And it's like, you literally have no experience with this. So you, like, from a professional point of view, so you are not qualified to give that information to people. So when I see that, and when there's people literally in the comment section who are like, bruh, I suffer from depression. This is bullshit. Where are you getting your information from? And like, people who are like basically commenting who suffer from these things, who are like, no, that's not how I
mhm.
feel. And then you have these professionals who are trying to create content to educate these people on actual signs of actual depression, which is a very serious thing. And they're struggling to get views because all of these influencer accounts are like seeing that they'll get higher clout if they're like, oh, if I just, let me think of like top 3 ways to like
Yeah,
make you, do this, or like to cure anxiety. And I'll
drink more
come up with
water.
these
It's like,
now.
shut your mouth. Like,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just think it just in general, it annoys me when people who aren't coming from a place of education or experience, when they are giving advice, or like, to impressionable people. Um, and it's coming from absolutely no experience, and you have to be so careful about especially things like that, that you're not, if you're not a professional in it, then you are not qualified to give advice.
but doesn't it come across way better for the influencer if they team up with that professional, saying, "Hey
Yes,
guys,
that's all they have to
I'm
do.
delighted I'm partnering up with this person.
Yeah.
They're taking over my channel for a day to discuss this or whatever it is."
Yes.
Like, it
Yes.
looks so
Or
much better.
or you could literally do a day in the life video where you spend the day with an actual professional, and it's like, and here's what I've learned, and do it as a voiceover video. That is way, and you could literally feature that person and tag them. So
Yeah,
then everybody's like, thank you for this information. I needed to hear it.
yeah.
It's the same with like nutritional accounts, or people who are like, how to eat healthy in a day. Here's my 1000 calorie diet. And then you have nutritionists who are like, in the comment section, like, please, please do not do this. Like, this is not coming from any education in nutrition at all. This is just coming from like everyone's metabolism is different. So they're
Mm.
like, please do not eat this or drink this or whatever. So yeah, there's
Do you
my
know what I
room
hate on
101.
TikTok as well? I hate on TikTok as well is hey, do you want to make $400 in 17 minutes? And you're like, okay, I buy it, I'll listen. If you go to voices.com, sign up for your free account. This job right here is 17-minute read and it's
Mm,
$300. It's like, okay. And then you
mhm.
click the comments and you look, they're like, yeah, it's a €500 membership per year paid up front. Like, it's just like using these shitty things to try and get clout and comments and tags. It's
Yeah.
just F you.
Mhm.
Follow of the week.
I'm okay. So I'm going to give mine to, I feel like I'm on a TikTok vibe today. But I'm going to give it to a friend of mine.
Oh, yes, Queen.
She is a musician and she's so bloody talented, right? So bloody talented. And she isn't on TikTok. And like all like she was just like, oh, I kind of, have you any suggestions or anything like that? Just having a conversation. I was like, get on TikTok. I was like, get on TikTok. You've loads of videos, like start singing, start doing whatever, like just get on it because she has the talent. And TikTok with musicians, like it is an amazing platform for your
We
music to be
discussed this a
heard.
few weeks ago, remember?
Yeah, it's
My
amazing
friend.
to get discovered. It's amazing to just, even if, because like musicians right now are probably feeling so low in confidence because they're not doing gigs and they're not feeling the buzz. Whereas like a TikTok audience is there and they're listening. And if they like what they hear, you can grow quite fast.
What's her name?
So
You haven't given
Ella
me.
Ryan. So
What is
the
it?
username is Ella Ryan, ELLARYAN music. So in 2.5 days, she has 991 followers and she has over 3,000 likes. And a couple of her videos went viral, one of which now has just under 30K views
On TikTok.
on TikTok.
Yeah, same. My buddy went on TikTok. Exact same. He goes, I've never had so many views on my videos. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And people pour into her Instagram account then. So like
Yep.
that's the thing. It's literally like it's a no-brainer if you're a musician and at least your songs, your sounds, everything. Like if somebody uses your sound and they use it for a TikTok that goes viral or for a challenge, you're set. Like you
Yep.
can get discovered on TikTok and then you're set. And like, yeah, like just amazing. She got a wedding booking out of it already as well.
A lot of people are jumping on the trend of the Wellerman video. Do you remember that? The sea shanty Wellerman.
Oh, sorry. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
So this
Sea
guy
shanty is
is this.
trending.
Sorry, is that loud?
A little bit in my
Anyway,
ear.
so
Yes, yeah.
insane. And you heard the remix then. So the remix has gone viral.
Sea shanties are trending AF right now, aren't
They're
they?
class.
Yeah.
They're class.
Yeah. But
Did I
she
just blow
does
your ears? I'm sorry,
harmonies.
apologies.
She does harmonies with her sisters as well. And she's just, yeah. So I'm like, give her a follow. Ella Ryan Music. I'm sure by the time you listen to this, she'll have cracked the 1,000 mark. And yeah, she deserves it. And it's amazing. And just to any musicians out there who need a little bit of a confidence boost or who just need another platform to be heard, then get your ass on TikTok.
Greatest harmonies in a band ever? Question mark.
What?
Who I'm asking your opinion.
For the best band for harmonies.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting me on the spot.
I am. It's the Eagles. You're welcome. Anyway.
Queen were quite good with all I'm thinking of was Bohemian Rhapsody because like that was sick.
Yeah, it was dope. God, if I ever use that word again, shoot me.
You probably will, so no problem.
My follow of the week is a young chap called David McGuigan up in the north of Ireland. You may have seen him on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. So he is literally started a business during lockdown. And what it is he's buying low and selling high in the scenario of he's buying discounted stuff on eBay in bulk and then just pricing it normally for his website and making, so let's say a pure example, hotdealsuk.com is what he buys off. He gives all his secrets away. It's literally following his journey. And let's say he buys a pair, he'll buy like 50 pairs of like sneakers that were reduced from 75 to 35. He'll buy 50 pairs of those and then sell them for 50 on his website.
Okay.
And it's just people give him utter shit on TikTok going, you're a disgrace. You're like, why are you making profit off people? Like, and it's just him coming back and forth, but then he's kind of giving his business. Here's how much I made, how much profit. Here's why this costs so much. And if you're a young business or if you're into that world, it's definitely worth looking into.
You love your money-making investor accounts, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
David McGuigan, DavidMcGuigan.
There you go. That's all
You
she
got
wrote.
to make dollars.
I know. You love those things though. Whereas I'm like, my TikTok is like literally just banter central.
Nah.
Like it's just full of crack and dogs.
I'm a pure Del boy. Yeah. Del boy at heart. Buy and sell you.
Oh, wow. Saying it. You said
Brian's.
it.
Thank you so much. Great
Cool.
podcast. Thank you for
Yeah.
listening.
Good times. Mind yourselves.
Banter. Guys, subscribe on YouTube and Apple and everywhere. If you're listening on Spotify, give us a follow. If you're watching YouTube, hit that like button and all that stuff.
And thanks to Republic of Work for sponsoring this podcast.
Oh, shout out your thing. It's next week.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm doing a lunch and learn with Republic of Work. So look it up. It's going to be on Reels and TikTok and how to market for people with short attention spans.
Can I come in and just blow you up?
Absolutely.
Oh my God, she's so amazing. Oh my God.
Oh, sorry. I unmuted myself. You're great.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm so intrigued by all of this.
Yeah. So it's just going to be a nice kind of chat about like just understanding the thought process behind short form content.
So republicofwork.com/event, I believe, but even if you go to republicofwork.com, you'll find it there. And make sure if you do come from the podcast, let her know.
Yeah, I have it on my bio as well. Muriel Foley, MGFD on IG.
Peace out, people. Thank you so much. Bye.